And TedxLaval back for its third year in a row, promises, by the way, to be the best one yet, and it's thanks to presenters like my next guest. I'm joined by Paula, Toledo, and Samantha, Kris, both presenting at this year's TedxLaval. Welcome to the show. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
And Samantha, you know, everyone knows TED Talks, and they always ask me, Derick, I hear about TED Talks, but what is a TEDx Talk? So what's the difference between those two?
So TED is the major platform. TEDx is the local, independently run division of TED, which gives, local folks a chance to get up and share their ideas.
Well, let's talk about that idea of sharing. So, Paula, tell us a little bit, first of all, why did you decide you wanted to do a TEDx Talk? What drew you to it?
Well, I'm a big fan. I love watching TED Talks, just simply because there are people from all different subject matters that are really sharing their ideas, and they're very inspiring. And I wanted to share my story because for a long time I didn't share my story. I really had a hard time telling my story about being a survivor of my late husband's suicide. And I've also been a mental health caregiver to my brother who has schizophrenia. Yeah. So growing up with that form of self-stigmatization was really difficult, and I found it was very crushing in terms of not being able to share my story and what that did to me emotionally and also physically. And I felt that by sharing my story, it might help other people. And through wonder, I've been able to really just discover the world and discover how people are all linked together and we're all one. So
you mentioned linked together, and I think, Samantha, what's really amazing about this entire experience is how the two of you have bonded through this, right?
Agreed. It's been fabulous. I didn't think that I would get such a great friend out of this experience, but Paula has been so supportive and instrumental in making sure that I'm just keeping it together in preparation for this.
And likewise.
Well, we heard a little bit about Paula's story. What will you be sharing in your TEDx talk?
So I'm talking about setting goals that matter. And, we've talked about goal setting before, but this particular talk is different because it's really on the foundation of letting go of the fear of failure. We often get in our own way. We keep ourselves stuck, and this idea of just being too afraid to pursue, we're afraid to take chances, we're afraid to trust ourselves. We're getting that out of the way with this talk and making sure that we turn that fear of failure into freedom.
And there's 9 presentations, Samantha. Maybe can you share some of the other topics that are going to be discussed? I know you probably don't have all of them off the top of your head, but maybe a couple more.
So many great ones. So we've got Peter Hartman, which is really about using social media to find happiness and contribute to the world, which is incredible. Corey Fleischer, which is Erasing Hate.
Yeah, we've had Corey on the show in the past.
Incredible movement, right? Yeah. Seeing him speak was just like, got me so amped up and so ready. So really looking forward to his talk. I'm sorry, I'm stealing all the English ones.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Those are the ones that I understood most, to be completely honest.
Right.
Yeah. But what's awesome about it is that it's a bilingual event. So we've got English speakers, French speakers, so there's something in it for everyone.
Paul, what do you want people to take away from your talk?
I want people to realize how important it is to really have a voice, to have the form of expression in whatever way people use it. For me, I'm a singer, and I really lost my voice physically when I wasn't able to share my story. And it's damaging. I think it's damaging to people's health. So I think that from all aspects of mental health and wellness, that it's really important to open up and to share one story.
Samantha, how do you prepare for something like this?
So much preparation.
Yeah.
One of the things that I found was most helpful is recording myself. So I've got the recording, which TedxLaval has been incredible. They recorded our rehearsal, so that was super helpful. I also recorded on my phone, on my computer, to hear the different timing, to hear my pacing, and making sure that that emotion is truly being conveyed. Practicing in my living room with my dogs as my audience, that's been really helpful.
And in front of strangers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in front of strangers. I think it's really important to just to get out of your comfort zone and to be in front of other people that don't know you, and to be able to stumble in front of other people and then kind of regroup.
Yeah, and tickets, as I understand, there's still some tickets available?
There are.
Okay, so this is all happening on May the 23rd. There's a cocktail networking that's happening from 5 to 7 p.m., and then the talks go from 7 to 10 p.m. It is an incredible evening. I've been a part of this in the past. Go check out the website. There it is right there, TedxLaval.com. You'll see in the top right-hand corner, you can just click on Buy Tickets. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more BT right after this.